Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is Collecting Madness. There's always madness in love, and I love collecting. Now, today, as you can see, there's a bit of a bigger box than a regular brown shipper for Hot Toys. So if you're as excited as I am, you'll probably see in the title. Let's get into this thing. So as you probably saw in the title, this is an authentic scaled wrestling ring. I had one of these when I was younger, and during a move, it got stolen. Well, how'd I known back in the day that you would be able to sell these things for over $500 when I bought it for under $100 back in the day? I would have called you crazy, but I probably would have got another one immediately. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I grew up watching The Rock, Triple H, Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair when he was still wrestling. Anyways, I'll explain more. So the top part here is the steel cage, and the instructions are there. So we'll get that all set up. It's a little bit big here, but I'll just put it to the side for now. And then underneath here, you get a second box. Now, like I said, this is an authentic scale wrestling ring. So if you have 12-inch figures, it's actually scaled to what a real wrestling ring would be. Now, I personally picked mine up off of Amazon. There is a store. It's called the Wrestling Superstore or something like that. I could find it and put it in the link if you want to buy through there, or the link from Amazon if you're a wrestling fan like I am and you want something like this in your collection. They do, however, have two options. You can just get the regular wrestling ring, or you can opt like I did because I wanted to go big or go home. You can opt for the steel cage. Now, because the steel cage is such a large piece, if you opt for this option, you will be limited to space. I used to own one of these, the actual WWE version, and like I said, those are kind of out of stock, or not out of stock, but like in the secondary market where they're super high priced. So if you want this piece, this is a alternative piece for you to get, and it's not as expensive as one of those WWE ones. And then what I'm going to do, what I suggest, is having this and just buying the skirt separate. So what do I mean by wrestling skirt? Well, because this is a wrestling ring, you do get a ring skirt that actually attaches to it. It's not like your regular plastic like Jakks Pacific or Mattel wrestling ring where it's printed on there, or you take stickers and put it on there. It's actually a fabric skirt that goes around the ring. Now, I have heard on this product that the skirt for this one compared to the actual WWE ones are, this one's a little bit better as far as draping wise goes. And so we're going to take a look at that. But I do plan on buying other skirts. I used to have a wrestling ring, and it had the Raw skirt, and I had a WrestleMania one. So I was really disappointed that it got stolen from me. However, I'm super excited to take a look at this and set this up and see how it looks once it's all built. So once you take off the plastic, it comes in this folded up, this box, and when you unfold it, now you can really get an idea of how big the ring will be once you flip it over. And it comes with even more stuff. You get the instructions in here, and this is everything that it comes with. You get the ring, which is closed, you fold it. The ring posts, which I believe are actual die cast. You get the ring mat, which will be like this soft padding. You get some ropes, actual metal hooks. You get the legs for, to stand up on, and then turnbuckles. And it shows you how to make it, how to put the turnbuckles in the ropes, and then it comes with some steel steps as well, and that's it. And this is the wrestling skirt / mat. It comes in this plastic bag. So I'm gonna do a time lapse on this, get it all put together, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Before I do the time lapse, I do want to show the steps here. These are the legs, all the turnbuckles. They do not have the WWE logo on them. However, I know you can get patches and like iron press them on, or buy these turnbuckles separately. Like I said, that WWE store actually sells these parts, and you can also change the ropes to like a red color or blue color. This one, because it's just standard and doesn't have any logos on it, comes with white ropes and then some white ring posts. Now, these are actual metal, like I said, die cast. They're super heavy. You can hear, they look pretty good. The paint applications could be better. This was a pretty cheap set compared to the other ones. That's why I went for it. It still gives me the look. And if I want to, you know, customize this and get other ring posts, there is stuff online for me to do. Now, the ring steps though, they are plastic. They're not die cast or metal or anything. And then these pieces to attach to the ring ropes and the turnbuckles. So as you can see, I have the legs on. They don't like lock into place, they just peg in. They have little grooves and stuff that it pegs into, and then that's it. And then you just flip it over. So now you guys can get a look. These turnbuckles are cloth, and they have a foam padding underneath, so they're super squishy. And then you get the part that connects the rope and the turnbuckle. Now, another beautiful part about rings like this is you don't have to tie these ropes. They come with the piece that already kind of attaches them together, so they should be pretty elastic and have a nice bounce to them once they go all the way around the ring. Here is the ring all put together. We have the steel steps. Technically they're plastic, but they replicate steel steps. They have the ribbing on the side here. You have the ring skirt, which does lift. So if you want to put like tables, ladders, chairs underneath, you're more than welcome to do so. You have the ring posts, the little ties for the turnbuckles, and then the ropes themselves. As I said, they're pretty good. And then the mat on top, which does have a foam padding underneath, so it feels nice and soft-ish. Just getting a close-up here, and you can kind of see that turnbuckle a little bit closer, as well as the ring post coming down some, a little bit closer of the ring posts here, and the steel steps. You do have that ring skirt, and the mat and the ropes themselves. As you can see, there are a little bit of wrinkles on this. It will come out over time once you leave it like this, and you put figures, whatever you want to do inside. Or you can iron it. If you do want to iron it, I do recommend a low setting, and to be extremely careful. You don't want to burn this and ruin it. Gonna go ahead and do now is get the steel cage out, and we'll do another time lapse of me putting it together and then see what that looks like on the ring. As you can see here, there's little slots right here, which this will peg into like so. And then that piece, the circle, will peg around the post. So I'm gonna do this real quick and then I'll come back when it's all put together. Here's the cage. You can see how big it is to me. This is pretty much every kid's dream right here. Yeah, this is beautiful. I'm really digging this, and I'll show you guys inside real quick. The steps, skirt, here's the cage. This door opens. I put it in the front here. And then you can see the ropes in there, and the cage just closes. I will say it's on there pretty good. Like, I'm moving it around. The camera might have shaken, but overall this piece is really beautiful. And if you are a wrestling fan, you like the figures, or maybe you just like wrestling in general, you have some belts like I do, you're gonna love this in your collection, especially if you can't afford, some big wrestling ring inside your house. This will do. It's scaled. If you like scaled props like I do, I like 6 scale figures, 0.45 scale lightsabers, 1:1 props. This is the way to go because it's a scaled ring for those 6-inch figures. Well, there you have it, guys. This is the unboxing and a little bit of a review of the Figure Toys Company authentic scale wrestling ring for WWE. Now, you can get this, as I said, from the WrestlingSuperstore.com. I will link it in the description, or you can just look up the Figure Toys Company wrestling ring on Amazon. I will link that as well to the exact one that I bought. It does have the 2 options. As I stated, you can get the ring by itself, or you can get the steel cage. I opted the steel cage for different options, for different events when I'm watching WWE. And if, the steel cage ones come up, that's what I will be displaying it as in the collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, as always, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.